Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Welcome to Beach Walk Blog. Today I'm going to be talking about things that I'm going to be changing, because I'm all about change. I'm all about changing things for the better, looking at things that aren't working and then getting rid of them, getting them out of your life. And one of the things that I feel is not really working is posting on Facebook. Facebook's algorithm is what's working against you and me, helping you. It's one of the things that I want to change, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop wasting my time posting so much stuff on Facebook into the groups, because it's just not being read, it's not being reached. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm actually going to give you a little bit more access to me and to my help in person. So my goal and my aim is to use a video conferencing platform. So Google Meet is probably where I'm going to be, or maybe even Zoom. And I'm going to use those platforms to actually give you access to me. But it's going to be hosted on one of those platforms. It's going to be a short period of time. You'll have to make yourself available when I'm available to get access to me, and you'll be able to ask me anything you like, anything you want to know about running, about how to make your running better, about injuries. And we can jump online, we can get onto that video platform, conferencing platform, meeting platform, and we can talk about it. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be telling you about how the Sling Method can help you. I won't be fixing your problems online. I won't be doing that during that call, during that video meeting. I'll be talking to you about things that you can change. And of course, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to guide you to getting more in-depth, deep diving into the Sling Method and using that as your tool to help you become a better runner, because it will absolutely just help you to be the best runner you can be. And I know that because the people I work with online, the people I work with in person, the people who have bought the 9-week course, who actually do it, they get benefit, they get improvements. One of the things that we do is we take things away that aren't working. We get rid of stuff. We don't just add stuff in. We don't just make you even more overwhelmed and even more confused. We actually take things away that aren't working. We take stuff away that isn't working, and that's really important, because if you're taking something, you're taking a medication that's not working, take it away. You don't just add things to it. If you're doing things with your training that aren't helping you, that aren't really giving you the benefit, take them away. Take them out. You don't keep doing the same thing over and over again if it's not working. You take it away. Completely get rid of it. And I'm okay with doing that. I'm totally okay with being that person that says, take it away. Get rid of it. And that's what I'm doing. It's exactly what I'm doing. I'm following my own advice. I'm taking my own medicine. I'm taking things away that aren't working. And one of those things is posting on Facebook all the time, wasting my time answering questions and trying to help people that don't really want that help. You're not really there for the right reason. People come into the group and they go, oh, have you got any tips for this? No, you don't need me to give you tips. There's 1,000,001 other people online, and there's 1,000,001 YouTube videos giving you tips. The reason why it hasn't worked is either because you're not doing it, so therefore why would I waste my time giving you tips that you're not going to do? And the other reason why it's not working is because it's not the right thing for you. It's not giving you the thing that you need. It's just not the right thing. So if it's not the right thing, take it away. Don't add stuff to it. Take it away. The things that I sort of suggest or say to people, take it away. Stretching. Stretching is one of the worst things you can do. Take it away. Get it out of your exercise, not even exercise, but just get it out of your repertoire of things that you do, things that you waste your time with. It's not working. Right? Yes, stretching makes you more flexible, but you don't need more flexibility. It's not what you need. You need specific range of motion. You need specific forces to be produced at the right place and the right time, and that's what we do in the Sling method. Right? So things that aren't working, just get rid of them. Just get rid of them. Right? It's like watching a TV show called Hoarders with runners. You like to hoard things. You like to hoard crappy exercises, non-specific things that aren't helping you. A lot of runners are like this. Yeah, I've got 5,000 different exercises that I do, and none of them really help. They're just exercises. You know, I do this HIIT training and that training and blah blah blah. It's not really helping you. What it is just exercise. And we know the difference between exercise and training. Training is specific. Training has a specific desirable outcome and a specific input to get that outcome. Exercise is random, it's non-specific, gets your heart rate up, gets you moving your body. It doesn't really make a difference how you move your body for exercise. But training is very different to exercising. It's specific. So, like I said, I'm getting rid of things that aren't working. And I would suggest you do the same. Get rid of things that aren't working. You're just wasting your time. First thing you have to do though is you have to recognize that certain things that you're doing aren't working or aren't helping or are not specific. And that's the problem, because you still think that to be a better runner, all I've got to do is just, be randomly fitter in random different things. And it's not the case. It's very, there's no surprise that elite runners are elite runners, or elite cyclists are elite cyclists, or elite rowers are elite rowers. There's no surprise that these top level athletes are top level athletes, because they do specific things. They actually do train to get a specific result, and they take out things that are not beneficial, not benefiting them, not helping them and aiding them to get to their goal. They take them out, they take them away. And you really should do the same, because if your goal is to exercise, you can do that. Like, training specifically achieves two goals. It achieves the goal of training specifically for a specific outcome. It also achieves the exercise goal, because training is also exercise, but exercise is not necessarily training. If you are specific with your workouts, it becomes training, right? If you are specific with your workouts, it becomes training, and training is actually exercise. But not all exercise is training, because training is specific, right? So just have a think about that. Have a think about that. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to go back. So yeah, I'm taking things away. I'm taking things away from my life that aren't really helping me, and they're actually hindering me, because, like I said, people come to this group, my social media groups. Hey, have you got some tips for this? No, I don't do tips. I do solutions. I do training solutions. I do problem solving. That's what having a plan is. It's not tips. It's not just like, I'll just open up a page 27 and get a tip. It's an actual solution. It's a system. It's a method. Right? It's not random. It's specific. So when people ask for tips, no, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. Your question is as random as the answer will be. Do I have any tips? Yes, I'm going to tell you all the things that you shouldn't be doing, and you're just going to ignore me. So I'm not wasting my time anymore. It is a waste of time. You know, people, when they come and ask a question, they don't like to be questioned back. They want to just get an answer, and it's just not as clear cut as that. It's like going to the doctor and saying I've got a sore knee, and they just go, okay, here you go, take these pills. Or an approach to fixing the problem would be, what are you doing to cause the knee pain? Right? That would be the smart approach. That would be the logical and correct approach. Would be, okay, before I give you something to fix it, let's take away the thing that's causing it. Right? That's the logical approach, and that's what I do. That's exactly what the Sling method does. It looks at the things that you are doing, and it says, right, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Do this, this, and this. And here's your program. Here's your plan of action. Okay, here's your method. Here's your course that you're going to do. All right, there's a reason. That's the reason why I don't do random tips. It's because they don't work. Because you're still doing stuff that's not helping you, and all I'm doing is just giving you more crowded brain. I'm turning you into a hoarder. All right, and this is why I suggest to people, you know, when you're on social media and somebody says, hey, what can I do about my knee pain? Or what can I do about my calf pain? I suggest to you that you don't say foam roll or MFR. I suggest you don't, because they're not going to do it, because they don't know what to do. They don't know what it means to foam roll. They'll probably go to a gym, watch somebody using a foam roller who's also doing it wrong and doing it badly, or not really getting any benefit from it, and they'll probably copy them. Or they'll pick up a magazine and get some crap out of the magazine that's just, well, literally that crap. It's not going to help, because what they're still doing is all the things that are causing the knee pain. And they'll expect, like they do from a massage, they'll expect that I just go for a massage and the problem's going to be fixed. They'll expect the same thing from your tips, from your advice. Oh, do some foam rolling. What does that mean? Where? How long? Where am I going to foam roll? How long am I going to foam roll for? What actions am I going to do when I'm foam rolling, when I'm MFRing? What am I going to do with my breathing? What if it hurts? Again, it's a non-specific kind of arbitrary, go and do this. It's like when somebody says, well, how do I get faster? And the plethora of comments that just say speed work. It's like, okay, fine, what do I do then? Well, just go and do speed work. Well, what does that mean? Speed work, you'll get faster. It's like, yeah, I'll get faster because I'm running faster. But then I'm injured because, just telling somebody to do speed work it's silly. Like, what's your goal? How much running are you doing now? What are you doing now? What runs do you do now? How many times a week do you run? What's your gait like? When was the last time you were injured? In order to get a real answer, you've got to ask a load of questions first, right? And it's one of the things when I'm coaching, the first sort of 2 to 3, maybe even 4 weeks, probably maybe even a little bit longer, in truth, is spent learning about you, the runner, the person who I'm going to coach. Right, I'm learning about you. What I want to do, the first thing I do is I look at your previous 4 to 6 to 8 weeks of Garmin data, your running data, and I go, okay, so what have you been doing to get to where you are now? What have you been doing that's got you the result that you've got now? That's the most important thing. What have you been doing that's got you to where you're at now? Right? That's so important. So that's what I look at with myself. I say, what am I doing that's got me the result that I've got now? What am I doing, and what do I need to change, right? What do I need to change? And that is so important, because otherwise you're just throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks, right? That's not a plan. That's random. We don't do random. Everything that I want to do with my life, I want to calculate what I'm going to do before I do it, so that the outcome is as good as it can possibly be. And I'm not saying it's perfect, because it isn't, because when I take on something new or I change something, I put a new start point on it, and I say, right, from this day forward, I'm going to do something different, and I'm going to monitor it. I'm going to do some data collection, some data capture. That's exactly what I do with new runners. As a coach, data capture. I collect the data that you have given your Garmin over the last 4 to 8 weeks, and I say, okay, well, the Garmin doesn't lie. The Garmin is just showing you what you've been doing. It's like when somebody gets to a race and they go, oh, I didn't go as fast as I expected. It's like, well, what were you doing? Well, I was doing loads of sprints. Okay, and then why do you think you were going to run a fast marathon? Just because you did loads of sprints? It doesn't work that way, and that's the reason why getting faster or becoming a better runner involves following a process and being specific. So like I said, you can hit 2 nails at the same time with one hammer by being specific. Why would you be non-specific? Why wouldn't you be specific? Being specific gives you the outcome that you want, right? Being specific kills 2 birds with 1 stone. It gets you the exercise that you want to be fit and healthy, but what it also does is it gets you the running result. It gets you the results with your running that you wanted, right? I mean, why what else? You can't say, oh, I want to be a better runner, and then go and do squats or go and do planks. It's not going to make you a better runner, right? That's arbitrary. It's for another conversation. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to do something specific, if you're going to be specific and do something specifically, that's going to have a specific outcome. So that's what I'm doing. I'm changing what I'm doing. I'm changing what I'm doing, and I'm going to be taking a new approach. And I got some amazing feedback this week. I met with a physical therapist over on the East Coast online, and this particular physical therapist was massively complimentary to me and to what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. I was actually quite overwhelmed by their words of positivity towards me. I didn't expect it. I had no idea what to expect. This physical therapist actually paid me for my time to sit online with them so that they could tell me that they think I'm brilliant. And I was like shell-shocked, blown away by what they said. I was very surprised and shocked. So yeah, very complimentary of what I'm doing, which I was very super appreciative of and blown away by. So that's kind of taken me onto a different tact now to change things a little bit. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm changing what I'm doing, and I know it's going to get me a different result. And the reason why I absolutely know, 100% guaranteed it's going to get me a different result, is because I'm doing something different, right? That's it. Change gets change. It might not be the change that I'm looking for, but it will be something different. It will be, there's no doubt, because if you stop doing one thing and you do something different, change is the only outcome. Like I said, it might not be the change that you want, but it will be the outcome. So looking forward to doing this. I'm actually really excited for it because it's going to free up a lot of my time. It's going to channel and give people who need my help, who need the Sling Method. You need it. It's what you need in your life. It's what you need as a runner. You don't need things that aren't helping you. That's actually making the need for things that help you even higher. So, you know, getting to that point where you can help yourself, you have a plan of action, you don't panic every time something goes wrong. You can analyze your data, you can look at your Garmin and you can say, ooh, what happened there? And you can look at it more objectively. You can look at it more, rather than saying, oh, I trained really hard. It's like, but was hard training what you needed? Right? Or, you know, oh, everybody's been telling me that to get faster I just need to run slower. And it's like, it depends. If you're someone who runs 3 times a week and you've only got 30 minutes that you can run for, then running slower is not going to get you to run faster. Okay? Time versus intensity. And you know, this the 80-20 rule, whatever you want to call it, 80-20 observation, 80-20 guidance. You know, it's okay if you're putting in enough time in your training. You know, go slow to go fast. If you are doing enough volume, yes, that will be okay advice. But you know, when people say, oh, I want to get faster, and then somebody comes in and says, oh, you need to go slower, it's like, okay, you didn't even want to know about what they're doing right now. You didn't want to know about how much time they're running for each week, how many times they're running each week, what their current situation is. No, you're just going to tell them to slow down. Well, no, that's not how it works. And this is one of the reasons why people are always struggling with their running. They're always struggling with their workouts, because there's too much nonsense advice around. Too much crap advice around, and people aren't willing to change that. They just want to talk and be heard. Well, that's fine, you can talk and be heard, but it's not going to help people if you're only giving them tips that they will never do, or random stuff that they're still going to walk away with and go, well, I still don't know what I'm doing. Like, oh, I've got a painful knee, oh, do some foam rolling. Yeah, that's not going to work, which is why that's never what I do. Anyway, going to wrap this one up. Thank you for joining me. I know this kind of went off on a bit of a tangent, but it's all about changing. It's all about putting in the new changes. And that's what I kind of wanted to get the point across, is that if we are going to change and get a different result, we must change. We must actively change our input. Get rid of things that aren't working, so that you're not just adding to your hoard of stuff that's not working. Take away the stuff that's not working, put in stuff that is going to work or is going to elicit a change. Monitor the outcomes, analyze the data, make the next change. Have a great rest of your day. This has been enlightening in my brain. It's been stimulating for my brain. It's motivating for me to do these beach walks because I get stuff out of my brain and into speech. I hope they help. Talk to you soon. Bye.